Hey everybody, Tony here with Nothing But Car Reviews, and today we're taking a look at a new 2023 Chevrolet Traverse LS. So let's get right into it.
So this color here is going to be the sterling gray metallic, and then our interior is going to consist of a jet black mixed with a mostly chai interior, which is a kind of light tan. I really like the color in this car. But the powertrain consists of a 3.6 liter naturally aspirated V6 mated with a 9-speed automatic transmission. And then to get to the back here, got those signature LED tail lights. And with this being an LS, we just have a manual liftgate there, but look at this cargo space back here. This is really why the Traverse is a game changer in the kind of mid to large SUV market, because you have all this space and you even have storage underneath here, tons of it. Really like that. And then if you want even more storage, when the second row is up far enough, you can fold these third row seats flat, and then you just have all the space you can want. That's one of my favorite things about the Traverse. This little wet ran through the car wash, had a little bird poop on it. And over here, we just have a pressed gas cap there, fuel filler. So we just close that. Pretty simple. We get passive keyless entry on all four doors here. And then if you get down to the wheels here, these are going to be 18-inch aluminum. And I really, even on this base model, like these gloss black mirrors here, the chrome lettering, and then you just have that kind of black finish there, the black plastic finish. It looks really good for a base model SUV. And as you get to the front end here, we have our LED daytime running lights there, LED headlamps. And we have chrome trim throughout here with that plastic black there. So not a bad look for, like I said, a base model Chevrolet. Mostly covered up with plastic, of course, but we have a 3.6 liter natural aspirated V6 underneath there. But next, let's go ahead and check out from the driver's seat. So from the driver's seat here, really good headroom. I got about 2 inches at least, maybe 3 inches of headroom here. I'm 6'3", and I have plenty of space for my knees to go underneath the steering wheel. The seat's wide enough to hold me without seeping over the sides here. And just a really good feel for the cheapest Traverse that you can buy. Well, let's go over this door panel here. What I really like about this is just how this chai goes with this jet black here. That chai is just a beautiful kind of off-white color there. I love it. But we get power door locks here, and then we have our power window switches here, and locking windows for the back. Then we have our power mirror controls there. And I love the little storage pocket here. So if you want to put change or something or hold your phone there, and then we have a cup holder and then storage pocket there. And down here, headlamp controls. Toggle it on, have the corners on, auto, and then you can toggle the auto by just hitting it to the left. But over here to the steering wheel, even though it's a vinyl wrap, it feels really nice. I can fit my hands all over, depending on how I like to drive. And then we have our cruise controls here, forward collision, gap adjust there, voice recognition, hang up or Bluetooth, and then we can go through our gauge cluster using these arrows here. Left side of the stalk behind the left side of the steering wheel, turn signals. We have the auto high beam button there, and then we have our track list or radio station favorites. There are actual buttons behind the actual steering wheel. And then on the right side behind the actual steering wheel, we have volume, up and down, and then the stalk here, we have our windshield wiper controls, and then we can even do the rear as well. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look from the passenger side. So the passenger side here, you get manual on both the seats, but I think you have a 4-way manual seat here on the passenger side, and you have a 6-way manual seat here on the driver's side. But still, it's very adjustable, and if you're wanting to stay on a budget and not pay for power seats, then you definitely won't be disappointed there, because like I said, you have quite the adjustability. But really like how they put this. I just love this chai. It just looks so great, and just the trim here feels really nice. And then our glove compartment is huge. And we have our owner's manuals in there as well. let's take a look at this base radio here. What's crazy about this is you get AM, FM, XM, Bluetooth audio, but on top of that, wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, which is just crazy because some $100,000 vehicles don't have that in them yet. So to have it in this base Traverse is just awesome. But we have our Wi-Fi hotspot as well. We can pull up our climate controls. We have tri-zone automatic climate, so the rear is automatic, and then the driver and front passenger has automatic climate as well. And then we have touchscreen functions here. We have buttons below, which I'll show you in a minute. And there's our AC backup camera with the guidelines, and as you turn the steering wheel, the lines will show you where you're headed. And that's kind of a homepage setup if you don't want to look at this. I like this because you can pull up your phone, or if you have CarPlay enabled, you can pull that up and then have the radio or audio, whatever, over here. So really nice there. And then you have your temperature gauge, time, and then it shows you your signal as well for your Wi-Fi hotspot. Down here to the AC controls, like I said, we have knobs too, so we can turn that back and forth. We can sync them. We can have the auto set up, fan speed adjustments here, and then where we want the blower going, we can just hit those buttons here and we can toggle between 2 or 3 of them. But down here, we have 2 USB inputs and then an aux input as well. There's a 12 volt there. Really nice storage compartment here. And then for our shifter, that 9-speed, you hit the button behind here, pull down, reverse, neutral, drive, and then low mode. And then in low mode, you can actually manually shift on the side of the shifter there. And we have our electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, and then hit the brake, press down to disengage. And then we have 2 drive modes, our Tour and then our Snow mode. Then we have our lane departure here, and we can toggle our auto stop there. Let's check out the center console cubby space. So a nice removable tray here, and then when you take that out, plenty of space. And I like having the removable tray because you can just stick something in there, and just like that, it's hidden from view. And then we have our LED dome lights up here. But next, let's go ahead and check out the rear legroom. So really impressed with the rear legroom back here. I'm 6'3", the seat in front of me is adjusted for someone of my size. And sitting back here with room for up to 8 passengers is just crazy that you can fit 3 full-size adults back here. Or I should say 3 bigger adults back here. And just really good headroom even in the second row. Legroom's great, headroom's great, and then I can slide my feet right underneath the seat here. So I'm really impressed there. You even have the little seat pockets as well. But let's go ahead and check out our rear AC controls from the back. Fan speed, we can adjust temperature, toggle that auto mode, and then we can toggle where we want the air to go. 2 USB charging ports there. And then this one doesn't have cup holders, but you have a pretty deep storage area in there. And then you can see where we have the vents coming out here. I really like that because you can adjust it to face you, or if there's only one person back here, somebody in the middle that's a little hotter than everybody else, you can just blow the fan at them. So really impressed by that. And then that third row back there, still pretty good space back there, especially for your kids. So definitely a big dog when it comes to riding around with 8 people. But with all that being said, I think it's time we go ahead and take this Traverse out on the road for a quick test drive. So from the driver's seat, I just drove a Buick Enclave with a 3.6 and a 9-speed automatic. Doesn't really drive as smooth to me, it feels like, but still really good overall driving dynamics. And a lot of that might have to do with just how luxurious the Enclave felt, having the leather seats, leather wrapped steering wheel. Of course, you have that softer suspension in an Enclave. But like I said, this is the cheapest version that you can get in terms of a 3-row SUV of this size from GM. And so far, I'm pretty impressed. Just overall, like I said, you get wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. Those are the kind of features that the people want. You know, tire noise and all that, it matters, but not as much as having those technology features. And highway mileage is decent. Feel like it could be better, but this is a bigger SUV, so I'll give them a little slack on that. But I think you're rated to get 27 on the highway. We're getting about that. But overall, in terms of how the car drives, it's very good. Don't feel a lot of understeer, oversteer in the steering wheel. Brake pedal feels good. It goes with a vehicle this size, and the V6 is, you know, decent acceleration, especially for something that doesn't have a turbo on it. Here's some throttle here. Yeah, pretty good pickup. And what I will say is, this is just really good transportation for someone who is wanting a new vehicle, something that's been known to be pretty reliable and just has tons of space, but can keep you below 45 grand. And honestly, a vehicle like this, if I was wanting to do Turo or something along those lines where I wanted to rent my vehicle out, this is something that a lot of people don't necessarily need until they need it. And that's where you could make some money doing that, especially on vacations. If you want to use one car, but you have 6 adults that are around 6 feet tall, a vehicle like this, it's not a minivan, but it has that kind of space for your passengers. And especially if you just have 5 people, you can fit everybody in the car, and then if everybody has a ton of luggage with that 3rd row down, you can fit all that in there as well. But as we get to the end of the test drive here, I'm just going to go over my final thoughts on this Traverse and then show you all the window sticker. So I want to give a huge shout out to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this 2023 Traverse today. I'll leave a link below to the vehicle as well as their full inventory in my description. But final thoughts on this Traverse: if you want something that's pretty inexpensive relatively with this car market, that gets you everything that you need and you just don't have any luxury amenities, I definitely recommend this. It has tons of space, drives well, gas mileage is decent, and the space is really what gets me. You just have tons of space for adults and storage, and that's one of the biggest things I look for when I'm looking at a vehicle. But those are my thoughts on it. Let's go ahead and take a look at this window sticker really quickly so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Look at that sticker price, $35,315. Not bad at all. You get all those standard features, aluminum wheels, LED headlights, lane departure warning, and of course that wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto is really nice to have. But with all that being said, I want to thank you all for watching the video. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you liked what you saw today. Otherwise, I'll catch you on the next video.